Are you a light worker, an indigo child, a starseed? Well, this video is particularly to address some loneliness. I've talked to a lot of lightworkers and starseeds and friends that are really going through it at this time, and I'm noticing a theme for most of the people that I'm talking to. Loneliness. Yeah. And if you're experiencing this, I don't want you to worry. I would say this is happening for a really good reason. You know, the fact that you have a little more time on your hands and a little bit less distracting you, probably a good thing, because you can actually do what it is that you're here to do. And if you're anything like me, which maybe you are not, then you would know that a little bit of free time isn't going to be enough to put you into the right focus or frame of mind to be able to do what you're here to do. But if you have a lot of time on your hands, well, you're going to start doing the work. It seems hard sometimes because the world that we grew up in and the world that we've lived in so far is so different from what we know in our hearts as the world that we are to live in. What I'm beginning to understand is, of course it's hard. We haven't done our job yet. So, I mean, when you're blazing a new trail, it's a little bit more work. And that's pretty much what's going on right now. All the work has to be done. And if you're not feeling inspired or motivated to do it, I would say maybe work on some coping mechanisms for what you're experiencing. Meditation seems to help a lot. Painting, drawing, listening to music, walking in nature, spending time with animals. Definitely even just sitting in the sun. It's really the little things that connect us to ourselves. And those little things can make all the difference, especially once you add them up and you do them again and again and again. Each day it gets a little bit easier, and you can see your goals a little more clearly. You can start to focus a little better. But you have to remember, it doesn't happen quickly. It's not something, I mean, for some of us, sure, but we've lived this way for a very long time. So trying to set new patterns and create new habits and new rituals and live different lives, that's really about establishing newness. And you have to create it yourself. What do you want? You know? Break it down to simplicity. You know, when I started, I used to think about what would really make me happy. And there's just a couple of things. Connecting with people, creating art, spending time with my dog, being at the beach, which I haven't done, haven't had a chance, not really allowed, but you can create your own reality. You can create your own wellness. Get started. Start small. Take a bath every day. Just start with that. Simplicity is really key. Plan something every single day, one thing that completely 100% gives to you and your heart. And watch. It will unfold at the pace that it's supposed to unfold for you. It might be a lot of work to be done, but it's done now, in this minute. This is where all of our strength comes from, here. The rest is just momentum. So don't get caught up in fear of the future or fear from the past, or try to really focus on what you're doing right now. I do this really silly little exercise. I call it fingertips. And literally when I feel stress, I just rub my fingertips together and I start to actually feel what my fingers feel like. And then I touch things, just tactily, being present with what I'm feeling. Sometimes we just need to bring ourselves full circle into right here. I don't know, tackle all 5 senses. Touch something, listen for something, taste something, stare at something. Try and really, really wrap yourself around 5 things from your 5 senses. And get focused in this moment right now, because this is where it all happens, right here. Welcome to the new world. Stay well.